Mumble bumble jumble. Hi, it's me, a demon beast from hell, Jordan.
Okay. Geez. Hi.
Are you serious?
That's really hard to
Pick
follow.
up the pace.
That's really hard to follow.
You
I
can
don't
say
know what
anything.
to say.
You can just be normal. It's okay.
It's okay. You can be normal. And hi, I'm Maddie.
That's good.
Okay.
I believe you.
That's good. And welcome back to The Power of Two Will Do Nothing for You, a podcast recapping every episode of the TV show Charmed.
Okay, this week's episode is Feats of Clay.
Woo!
Oh, God, I hate clay. Directed by...
The substance or the man in this episode?
No, I like the substance. What's
Okay,
wrong with
great.
that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Just clarify.
Yeah. What did clay ever do to me?
Exactly.
Directed by Kevin Inch. This is random. I love this random tidbit. He was a producer on the show Lincoln Heights. Do you know that show?
I do know that
Okay.
show.
I was obsessed with it. You know,
Was
it
that
was
an
like
ABC Family show?
yes.
Was that like the era of like what was that show where all the teenagers were getting pregnant?
Oh my God, yeah, that was the worst.
That was
We're not
so
going to talk
weird.
about that. But I loved Lincoln Heights. And it's
I
funny
never watched
because
it.
it was
I was a
about
little young.
it was about the neighborhood in LA, Lincoln Heights, which I think now it's been like kind of gentrified, so that's weird.
Oh.
But you know, the whole point of the show was like, oh, black family lives in Lincoln Heights. The dad's a cop, woo, woo, woo. And the teenage daughter gets a what? White boyfriend.
Oh my God, that was the whole show?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
so
really
basically,
good
like,
though,
Save the Last
honestly.
Dance, but flip it
Yeah.
and without dancing.
There's no dancing. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a
I'm
disappointment.
sorry, no dancing. Anyway,
that's wild.
so that's my random
Interesting.
tidbit that I really chuckled, and also it was nice to be reminded of Lincoln Heights. Okay, and it's written by a whole bunch of dudes. By that I mean, you know, it's like the
Whole
whole
bunch of dudes.
Charmed
Yeah, just the whole
writing
group.
team, and I just could not be bothered.
No, I mean, it's only notable if it's notable.
Well, yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, you know, because like sometimes one of them writes one episode, or two of them write one episode,
Yeah.
and in that case, I'll say both their names, give them a shout out. But
Or like
in this case,
sometimes
I'm not.
the show
I'm not doing it.
creator
My mouth will get so
writes them
tired.
sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's notable.
Yeah, my face just gets tired, guys.
Your face?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Okay, we open on a pyramid. That happened. And some men
We
being
open on a pyramid. Yeah, we're in Egypt.
problematic.
Yeah, a group of horrible white men look like they're about to take some Egyptian stuff, which is standard.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very jazzed as soon as we opened on Egypt because that's one of my hyperfixations. But
course.
then, you know,
Who doesn't
we're
have
going to
an
get
Egypt?
immediately disappointed. So prepare
course.
for that.
Oh my God, yeah, I can't wait.
But we're looking at this beautiful blue urn. It's gorgeous. Good prop. But we also see, once we get inside wherever it is that these men are about to steal this urn, we also see a really pretty altar. And I appreciated that because, you know, I love that. I love that kind of stuff. But then also we hear these two of the men we hear have a conversation without the other guy. And they're kind of like, oh, should we tell him? Like there's some kind of secret. And it seems like these two guys know that this urn is cursed.
Well, didn't they say out loud something about a curse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're saying like, did you tell him about the curse? Like they're saying like, don't tell Clay about the curse. The one guy's name is Clay, and they're not going to tell Clay about the curse because he might not want to steal it if it's cursed. Which
I guess I was like slow because I thought they all knew.
No, he didn't know. Yeah, he
Okay.
doesn't know. These other two guys know though, and so they're kind of playing him a little bit, getting him into a situation he's not prepared for. But also, you are agreeing to steal like an artifact, so I think whatever happens to you is fair. But yeah, so we do have that little conversation before they steal it.
Right. Oh my God.
Also in that, is that scene also when they say, I think it is, it's also when they say that apparently somebody they knew that was affiliated with like something else they stole or some other work they were doing got stung by a scorpion in a plain bathroom.
Right, yeah.
So they're kind of like, oh, how did that happen? Maybe the curse is real.
Honestly, though, imagine you're like a spooky cursed person and or I guess, you know, the guardian of the urn.
Is that the spooky curse person?
Yes.
Okay.
And you just pop up. You what would the word be? You
Materialize?
Thank you.
She slapped me real hard.
You materialize on a plane. I didn't sign up for this. Get me the hell out of here.
Yeah, that would be unpleasant.
Come on.
Wouldn't they be
But-
like, where the hell am I?
Right. But speaking of the guardian
Oh,
of the
God,
urn,
here we
it's
go.
A white
It's a white woman.
And I'm sorry.
This Egyptian urn.
I just have to like read this a little bit more than I
God.
normally would, and read this woman a little bit more than I normally would.
Yeah,
this
why would you
actress,
agree to this?
Because I just like looked up this actress on IMDb to just like see if maybe there was like
Yeah.
some magic where she was like a quarter Egyptian,
A quarter Egyptian.
or like anything. And of
She's
course,
like a blonde.
yes. And this is what got me, and this is why I'm okay with giving her and this choice and just everything about this some shit. So on her IMDb page, it said voted.
Oh, God.
And let me finish before you have a reaction, because it's gonna be hard for you. Voted prettiest eyes and best figure by her classmates as a senior in high school, which basically means for certain
That she was popular.
that she is a nightmare.
yeah, that
Yeah.
she's just like a popular
So
girl.
that's my random share, and also why this is what gets me about like, you know, the industry, Hollywood, whatever, especially in the 90s, is just like, is it hard to go out of your way to cast a person like at least of like Middle East, anything that's not white,
Just-
to play
just
this
not white.
character? It makes no sense. It's just like, and I get that there are some people that would be like, whatever, they're an actor, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no.
They would be, that person would be factually wrong.
Well, of course, yeah. I'm just, you know,
Like they would be,
getting ahead of myself and defending myself.
we could slap them
before.
upside the head.
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous. It's not that hard. It's what? The guardian of the urn shows up, gets this boy, and puts a tarantula on him.
Yeah. Is it a
So-
tarantula? I think it's
It
just a
was a
spider.
tarantula.
Was it a
looked like a
tarantula? Oh. But yeah, she touches her spider ring.
Oh my god! For some
And
reason, I
then
thought you were going to
touches
say spider
his
hand,
chest, and a tarantula appears on his chest and kills him.
which is uncool.
Which I loved though, because die.
sorry, I'm so
you know,
sorry.
don't be stealing history.
Not cool.
Not cool.
So yeah, our one friend sees our other friend, and honestly, I don't know what to call these guys because they all look the same. But we see him die.
Yeah, he died.
But where is Clay during this?
Oh, and I
also,
loved-
he sees the one Mr. One Friend sees
The
the
guardian.
white lady
Yeah.
say, your friend's gonna die too, and he thinks he can run.
Yeah, I
from
loved
that.
when she said,
You're being punished for your greed. As for your friends.
as they should be.
yes, she gonna get him.
Right.
But yeah, I think Clay is the one who has the urn and ran off with the urn.
Right. He doesn't
And
know
then
that they're
those
all
two
gonna die.
friends, yeah, they stayed, and they are the ones who knew about the curse already. The one gets murdered by the tarantula, and then the other guy's like, oh. But Clay's already gone with the urn.
Right. And then it says 3 days later, and we're in San Francisco.
No, I loved how it went from that, like, guy gets murdered with tarantula, very dramatic, you know, spooky, I'm going to kill you all. And then, I don't know how it is on the streaming service, but in the DVD, it's like we go right into like really cheery music, and then we cut to
it's
the
the
manor.
same, yeah.
It was so funny. It like really confused me
Yeah.
tone wise. It was
Yeah.
a big leap.
But then we see Phoebe and Piper coming down the stairs.
Yes.
And
Phoebe's
Piper's like,
being herself again.
Clay from New York.
Yeah,
And we're
her
like, whose name
ex.
is Clay? And apparently this guy.
Yeah, apparently Phoebe's ex is Clay.
So we know he's problematic.
Yeah, so we know we can't trust him. Double. Because if Phoebe was dating him, he's got to be messed
Also,
up.
while I was watching this whole situation, I was like, another thing I have in common with Phoebe, we share a
Yeah.
penchant for lying to ourselves. Because
Yeah.
the whole time she's like, no, it's fine. I'm grown. He can't affect
He's different
me.
now.
Whatever. He's
Yeah.
going to be different. I'm not. Oh, no, it's not like that. I don't like. It's like, oh, boy.
And as soon as she opened the door, I was like, we can't trust this man.
Yeah, I mean, I
We
will say,
cannot
though,
trust this
he
man.
is cute. Like,
That's
for
why
the
we can't trust him.
Yes, for sure.
He is 90s boy cute. That you can't trust
You
him.
can't trust that.
Never
I would
trust
have
a
to
boy
punch
on a
him.
skateboard. They're too fast.
It's also like there's kind of messed up to have a sexy premonition of
Oh
your
my
own
God.
life.
That's so upsetting. Yeah, she hugs Clay, and then she has a premonition of them having a
Which I
sexy
don't
time in the
like.
bed, and that is like
In the bed. Thank you for specifying.
that. Really, well, it could be anywhere. It's very upsetting.
Right. And
Like
the
I
front
don't
lawn.
want that because that also influences her.
Right, exactly.
To be more likely to be in that situation.
It's like when you have a friend who decides to be in a relationship with someone because of where they were born based on their astrocartography. Like that ain't
yeah, it's
right.
like I don't think that's a good way
Making
to
a
live.
direct call out, but
Yeah.
that person luckily hasn't seemed charmed, so it's fine.
Yeah, but the song after the intro.
Okay, yeah. What is yours?
It's a good one.
Is it?
It's Inside Out. by Eve 6, you know?
Oh yeah. See,
Yes.
that was not my
Find
that was
nothing but
not my
faith in
journey.
Nothing.
Where did I read? Oh yeah, it was One
Heart
Night
in a blender.
by Cats Company. I'm like questioning
One
it.
night?
One Night. Let me find it.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
It's here. It'll be here.
How different it is. Pretty similar vibe.
It's not. It's pretty good.
Similar vibe. 90s rock.
We're both gently banging the head. Gently.
Only
ever
the people who were on the bus with their CD player know the gentle headbang. But we're at Quake.
Of course,
We are at Quake. Piper be working. And Prue is mad. Prue and Piper are having a convo at the bar. And Prue is mad because she's out of the loop with the sisters.
Yeah, well,
because she can be kind of judgmental.
Yeah, people don't tell her stuff because she's judgy.
And it's hard because she's right.
The problem is
like
that
90% of the
that's
time,
thing,
but
yeah.
she is judgmental.
Yes, which I get heavily.
So it's everybody's right in the conversation.
Right.
Because she is right. Because she's got really good
but
radar.
also something that I've learned, like if you're that person who's like got really good pattern recognition or who
Yeah.
can really tell when something's going to go badly, you can't. It's you know
can't
it's one of those
tell
things
'em.
where it's like it's a canon event. You can't
Yeah.
interfere. Like
It's going to happen how
just
it's going to happen.
because you like people are 10 times less likely to like listen to you if you are the Prue judgy.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen. It's
Yeah.
like, you know what? Sometimes you fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
I know I just said the
Sometimes
F word and I broke my own rule.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I like it.
But it's
For once,
true.
it wasn't me.
It's true though.
Yeah. No, it's definitely true. You really can't insert yourself in other people's business because
Yeah.
that just makes them double down most of the time.
Yeah.
But Piper, we have this funny...
Doug.
We have this funny kind of B storyline going on with
yeah.
Piper at work. There's this waiter / bartender-y guy. I don't know. He works at the restaurant. His name is Doug, and he's having a hard time. He keeps dropping stuff. But we have
And
this,
Piper has to freeze him.
yeah, we have this funny moment where he drops a bunch of glasses off of his tray, and Piper freezes him and saves the glasses and puts them back on the tray.
I'm recording a dog.
Jordan's taking a really zoomed in video of her son.
He's so
who
cute.
is a dog. But yeah, apparently then Piper tells Prue after that apparently Doug and his longtime girlfriend, what was her name? I wrote it down.
Christy. No, that's not it.
No,
Just
it's
made
not
it up.
Christy.
Erica.
No.
Jane.
No.
Gloria.
Stop. I'm trying to find it.
Kringy.
Shelly.
I was close.
His longtime girlfriend Shelly, they just broke up because he was taking too long to propose to her. But apparently he was planning on proposing to her. Like he already has the ring. So it's a big mess of a situation. But now he's all sad, boy sad. And so he keeps dropping stuff. So that's what's going on there. Kind of unimportant. I don't really know why. But we're just trying to make them people. I don't know.
It's cute.
It's silly.
Also,
I'm
it's like
into
an
it.
excuse for Piper to freeze
But
stuff.
this
We
moment,
love when Piper freezes.
we do love to do this as like a silly thing, make Piper freeze stuff.
Yeah.
But that moment where at the end of the scene, he drops like literally like 20 plates
I would punch him in the head.
and she freezes him. Like, how do you even fix that? I'd be
Right.
like, this is it. Mm-hmm. Very stressful.
So then we see Phoebe talking to Clay. Clay.
Oh my God,
in
wait.
the park. Oh my God.
This is happening right now. Oh my God. I didn't notice this when I watched it on the DVD.
She's having some sort of
That
moment.
is the FIDM campus.
Yeah.
That is the FIDM campus. I went
It's like
to
when we're
FIDM
watching,
for a year.
Yeah, it's like when we're watching Dexter and I see the LMU campus.
That is
I'm
so
like,
funny.
excuse me, why are we sitting here?
Yeah, that's so funny. This
Really
is downtown LA.
Takes you out.
FIDM campus.
Yeah.
I just
But
had to say.
I love that you have
I've walked around there a lot.
Yeah, I'm happy for your passion, Mary.
Thank you. I just didn't even notice that the first time. Wow, that's so creepy.
Yeah. So they're having this convo of blah blah blah
About their relationship.
Yes, and then of course Clay starts getting all manipulative, toxic person-ish, and Phoebe goes, "Oh," and the conversation turns.
No.
Which respect, but again, I relate to Phoebe because she's gonna be really real with this guy. She's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Hey, this was pretty toxic. Why are you here? I don't trust you." But then at the end of it, what does she do?
Trust him.
Of course.
Yeah.
God. It's hard to be optimistic. You expect the best from people.
Yeah.
And they are Clay.
And then they are clay.
Yeah. Then of course you find out they stole an urn from Egypt. They are gonna be attacked by a white woman who's the keeper of the urn. You know, that's how it always
Really
goes. And suddenly
complicated.
there's a scorpion.
It's happened to everybody.
What can you do? Everybody's had this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is fully
This whole
toxic.
convo is
It's
really
giving
gross.
It's giving heavily toxic.
Because he also says, like, if she had 2 brain cells,
she does.
well, if she used them, if she used the brain cells in her head, she would immediately be able to tell. Like, he literally says to her, I've got
to
this. I
believe.
just came back from Egypt. I've got this urn. I've got this priceless urn. I just need to sell it to pay off my debts because I'm in a bit of
Right.
trouble.
I mean, we'll get
And
into that
then-
later when Prue's
and then
like,
I can
"Oh,
be
an
and then
urn."
I'll start fresh and be a good boy.
Right.
It's like, huh?
That's not how
just
that
got
works.
back from Egypt with a rare, priceless
Yes.
urn and needs to sell it quick.
That's right. That's also though like when people are like, I will start my diet Monday.
Tomorrow,
Monday
yeah.
I become a new woman. Monday
You're
I
like,
won't
this
smoke
is
anymore.
the last time I'm done. You know,
Yeah. It's giving rose burn in
Physical.
yeah.
check it out. It's good.
Oh, it's so good.
This is a Roseburn fan.
Yeah, this is a
account.
Roseburn fan account.
Oh, I was just taking a sigh.
Oh, okay.
I was just doing a little breath.
Have you ever taken a sigh? So then we've got Pruitt Bucklands, and there's a grumpy lady who is
Yeah, because Bucklands is a wreck. We didn't
Right.
acknowledge in the last
Right,
scene
right,
with
right,
Piper. Prue and Piper talk about how Bucklands is kind of a wreck right now.
because Rex and Hannah were demons with no
And-
interest in an effective functional
and turns
business.
out they weren't really running the business
Turns
ever.
out demons can't run a business,
Turns out demons are horrible business people.
but they can be lawyers. We will find that out later.
Yeah, just like reptilians.
Amen.
But yeah, so apparently they're
Oh my
trying
god!
to.
I was gonna say. I'm so sorry. I was gonna say before when I mentioned my cute son of a dog. Whoa,
Oh
that
my
sounded
God.
like I was gonna say something weird. Follow my dogs on Instagram.
Oh my God.
At the dog gods. 3 G's. That's 3 total G's. They're really cute. I gotta tell you.
They
You
are
won't
really
regret
cute.
it.
You won't regret it.
You just gotta look at their squishy faces. That's
You
all I'm
do.
saying.
The
Yeah.
one in particular is a very squishy face.
The one? Oh,
boy.
I thought you were gonna say cute.
Oh no, he's got a very squishy face.
Oh yeah, very squishy face. Wrinkly.
Venus doesn't have wrinkles, but
No, no, no,
Atlas
just a beauty
has-
queen.
He's got wrinkles.
Anyway, important dog interlude.
Yeah. But Bucklands is in trouble. So Prue is working hard to try to save Bucklands because the demons weren't running it well and they're in
Shocking.
some debt. And also now they're left high and dry with no one running it because the demons died.
As they do.
So
Yeah.
we're in a bit of a pickle.
Right. So the
This grumpy lady.
the grumpy lady is like, "Hey, we
She's from
need
the
to-"
bank.
She's from the bank. Hey, I'm Grumpy Susan. I don't know her name. Maybe she's not Grumpy Susan.
I don't think we ever give her a name,
Whatever.
do we? Or I guess she introduced
I'm gonna call her
herself.
Susan. Grumpy Susan. Grumpy
Oh,
Susan.
her name's Claire. I'm sorry, her name's Claire.
No, I
Keep
like
calling
I'm
her
gonna
Grumpy
keep calling
Susan.
her Grumpy Susan. Grumpy Susan, aka Claire.
Oh my God.
From the bank is like, we need to move a lot of merch. Well, that's not what she says.
Merch.
She
said, "You
basically,
need to
we
sell
need to sell 1 million blobbity blobbity
1.2
of
million.
stuff at this sudden auction. Otherwise, Bucklands is done."
Yeah,
So-
she said sell 1.2
and also,
tomorrow.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this is not important, but I don't care. I don't get it because Bucklands is like this. Like, even if the business were like not being run well, like, don't they have like 1 million little painty artifacty things that they could quite easily sell? And I get that,
Well,
like,
that's
in the
what
end,
happens,
okay, I
essentially.
get it, but why is she acting like, whoa, how are we gonna move that much merch?
Well, she also she merch.
Why am I calling it
Well, she
merch?
also says, I think it's because she's like, she's coming in from the bank and she goes into the main people who are in charge's office and she literally says that the filing cabinet was empty.
Yeah.
So I think she's just kind of
Well, listen.
not expecting a lot.
Okay, fair.
From these
Listen,
people.
okay, demons not known for their filing.
No, they're not good at
They're not famous
bus-
for it.
like desk work.
No, not their
Not
thing.
really.
They have like demon ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need novelty.
ADHD comes from demons.
Constant. Constant novelty.
Let's be distracted by the leaf.
And hyperfixate,
hyperfixate
on the
on the
leaf.
leaf.
Yeah. So then Clay and
Clay.
Phoebe come in.
Yeah.
And
Grumpy Susan has a hilarious little bumping into them in
Yes.
the doorway
Grumpy
where she's
Susan.
like, "How dare you
Yeah.
come near
So
me?"
they walk in with this urn, which is like ridiculous. And of course, Clay's like, "Oh, I picked it up.
Yeah, he
in
bought that
Egypt."
at a market.
Which and Prue immediately looks at him, picked it up. Like,
yeah, she's like, "You picked it up, okay, like at the grocery store."
Right. Like, people sell this in a market. Like, please tell me what you paid for this, because that is a joke.
Yeah. Also, how did this boy who's in debt buy
I
this
know,
urn?
this gorgeous urn,
It's
yeah.
gold. and like old Egyptian blue.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's so expensive.
Right. Makes no sense.
Like, you stole this. You might as well be walking around wearing a shirt that says I stole this.
Phoebe is like so not red flagged by the aspect of this that is like, I need to sell this ASAP. It's like,
or even the way
she wants her to skip the authentication, which is like the whole point of an auction house.
Yeah, he's basically like, oh, can you do anything to speed this up? And she's like, oh, Prue, please, I'll do anything. I'll cook you dinner. And it was funny because Prue was like,
what will I do? I will cook you dinner. Oh, don't threaten me. Fine, I'll see what I can do.
It's so crazy because Phoebe doesn't notice the fact that she's immediately falling in line as like Clay's little puppet.
I know.
Like, she's immediately trying to convince Prue to break the rules. Why would you want the rules broken if you don't have a reason for the rules to be broken? If it wasn't stolen, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right. And then Phoebe and Clay run into Palmer, his friend on the street, and he is
fake name
nervous.
Yeah, Palmer's
Safe
nervous.
to say,
he's like, where's the
nervous.
urn? Or even this. Phoebe's not red flagged by this.
I know, come
this
on.
Palmer guy shows up outside Buckland's and comes up to Clay and is like, what's going on with the urn? Have you sold it yet? What's going on? And he's like really frantic. And Phoebe's like, oh, what a small world. How are you guys both here after just seeing each other in Cairo? Like, he's clearly freaking out.
Yeah, of
because they
course.
stole the urn.
Also,
How can
like,
you not tell
Egypt
this?
is like the #1 place to get cursed. Like, come on.
You want to get cursed? Go to Egypt.
I
Steal
mean,
something.
I think if you're respectful, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you just gotta be rude and steal something.
Yeah.
But this whole scene is so crazy because he basically says to him, we're criminals. Have you dealt with our crime?
Yeah, for sure.
And she's
I
like,
mean, Phoebe
and
is
she-
like sus.
and when
She
he-
like looks at him like
when he walks, but she doesn't connect that to Clay.
well, she doesn't want
Like,
to.
it stops at Clay.
Yeah,
She's
she
like,
doesn't
oh, but
want to.
Clay's magically a good boy,
She's
even though
gotta
there's no
believe.
evidence that he's a good boy.
Yeah.
And then when he walks away, she's like,
Ew, creepy guy.
But look out,
look out,
because
here comes white lady
what I'm gonna call
Egyptian.
adorned white lady.
Adorned
Well,
white
she's
lady.
quite adorned.
Yeah.
Miguel, adorn, except for not
that.
really.
Oh my god, it's just such a weird choice.
It's terrible.
literally
It's
could've-
just like
You could have
come
cast
on.
anyone who wasn't white.
It's like smash all your brain cells together, and this is what you do. Like, come on,
Smash.
right?
But yeah, the Palmer's at the airport, checking on his dead friend's body that just arrived. You know, in a big crate from Egypt because he died in Egypt. We see the Guardian come out of the little symbol that's on the crate that has the dead guy in it. So she's over here now, and she's gonna kill those other two men, rightfully so. I'm honestly looking forward to it.
Every time Prue is wearing her glasses, something in me is stirred.
In a good way.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I hate her glasses so much.
Really?
They're so gross.
I love a hot gal in dorky glasses.
Like, why are they? That's so 90s. The shape of the glasses.
I love
like,
it.
why are
you
they
of all people who have the
perfect
wildest
ovals?
glasses?
Oh well, I have glasses that I'm like, these are stupid. Like the glasses
Yeah,
I have are
that's what I
grandpa
like.
glasses.
I like
That's what
that.
I like. Hers are like little oval glasses. I'm 12 years old.
No, they're not like little.
Well, that's just the style
Leave-
of the 90s.
Leave Prue alone.
Prue thinks Clay's shady, and she's right. And Piper's, doing her standard middle child thing where she's like, just chill maybe.
Oh,
and
it's
she's like, you
also-
don't know that for sure.
It's also funny because she makes this comparison with
Yeah.
like Jeremy, which like,
she was right. That's like the worst
Yeah.
comparison you could make because
Yeah.
she was right. They're talking about Clay and how it's a sticky situation. We see Doug knock over more
Which,
stuff.
like, to be honest with you, like, just fire the man. Like, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
of
this
him.
whole time I'm like, fire this man. Like, I really don't feel bad for him.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
if
that's standard
you,
Piper.
You have a ring in your apron. Just say to her, I want to
Come
marry
on,
you.
yeah.
I'm sorry that I took a long time to do it. I have no balls. And then she would have been like, okay, cool. And then you could stop breaking everything. I also love at the end of that scene when because Piper doesn't freeze it in time to prevent him from breaking what he breaks. It's like a vase with flowers in it.
infuriating.
And she says something like,
Sorry, Doug. Too poop to pop.
Yeah.
she's like, I'm too pooped. It's so funny.
It's exhausting. So in this next scene, Phoebe's having a chat with Clay.
They're eating
And
Chinese food.
I will say it actually really bothers me because this is like relatable crap. Clay does that thing that is highly illegal.
Highly illegal.
Where she at one point shared with him that like, oh, her relationship with her sisters is complicated, right?
Yeah.
And so he kind of like takes that and is like, I'm surprised you moved back here. I remember you saying blah, 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 which here's the thing. 101. You don't challenge someone's relationship with their family or their
especially their siblings.
Yeah.
Because
especially sisters. Because that is complicated.
Because also nothing is one thing.
Right.
And so, like, yeah, sure, her relationship with her sisters was kind of a wreck at the time. That doesn't mean they're not sisters.
Also, it's like
they're
not
always
going
to be sisters.
It's not your business, and you're never going to understand because siblings and sisters, especially, are very specific.
Yeah, and he don't know about all the witching.
And she's kissing this dumb man.
Yeah, why would we kiss this dumb man?
Yeah, a candlelit convo with an idiot.
I hate watching Phoebe be foolish with a man.
I know.
I absolutely hate it. Makes me so mad. And also when he's like, oh, and like Phoebe, it's like, get in line.
I know, of course.
You're not first in line. You're the worst. You're in the back of the line.
Yeah.
In terms of like everybody likes Phoebe. She's a cutie.
Right.
Oh, you're not special, sir.
Yeah, and then Prue comes in while we're being romantic with our Chinese food, and she's like,
yeah. Prue's
hey,
like, oh, whoopsie.
Gotta go.
I do like this cute sister moment though. Once Clay kind of like gets up and leaves because Prue just got there, and he asks about how's selling the urn going, and she's like, it's going. She's like, it's on the auction block for tomorrow, so we'll circle back to that because that's not good because it's stolen. But Clay leaves, and then
also though Clay's like trying to be very like friendly flattery to her, and she is not.
And it's like, okay, buddy, nice try, but. Clay leaves, and then Phoebe and Prue have this really cute moment where Prue's like,
actually so cute.
yeah, it was so sweet. Prue's like,
I can worry about my little sister, can't I? Don't ever stop.
Oh yeah, it's
so cute. Hell yeah, so cute. And Piper's in the attic doing magic.
Yeah, doubling. My thing is, you can't double the recipe.
You can't be doubling ingredients.
You can't just double the recipe.
She's doing a spell for Doug to make him confident so that he'll stop breaking stuff and get back together with Shelly. Was her name? I think. Let's go with that. I think it was Shelly.
Oh my god, I thought it was Claire.
Claire
That's that
is
other lady. That's the Grumpy Susan.
Grumpy Susan. Yeah. Claire's Grumpy Susan.
Oh my god, I love it too because when they find Piper doing magic in the attic, Phoebe
smoke
goes
everywhere.
Go ahead, Prue, yell at her.
Yeah.
I should definitely put that in. But,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so cute.
But yeah, she for some reason Piper doubled the ingredients for the confidence spell,
which you can't
which
do.
Was not
also,
a good idea.
Isn't one confidence enough for everybody?
Well, that's what I don't get. Like, what did she think she was needing that for?
Right. I don't get it.
Like, it seems like it'll be powerful enough. It's not like he's like weeping on the floor about to like give up on it all. He's not that sad.
Right.
He's just breaking cups.
He's just
drinking out of cups.
Yeah. He's not like crying every day.
The moment where Prue says like not everybody's supposed to be together, like about Doug and Shelly, and Phoebe's like, that was really subtle. That was really subtle because obviously she means her and Clay, because that's not meant to be. That's for sure. That's a mess. That's a naughty criminal boy.
And then we're back at Buckland's, and Prue finds out right at the last minute that the urn
from Grumpy
is,
Susan.
Right, of course, that the urn is stolen.
Yes, they've confirmed that it is
so
stolen.
Cute.
And so she uses her power real quick to swap the thing and grab the urn.
It's just funny because in front of all these people, she just like grabs the urn and runs. Like nobody noticed that.
I mean, she's the one in charge.
No,
Nobody
I know,
would think
but
that's weird.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
Of course, it's stolen.
And then when Prue goes back to her office after taking the urn, finding out that it's stolen, Palmer is in her office waiting for her, and he tells her about the curse. So now Prue knows about the curse on the urn. And it's so funny. She's so smart. Like literally, Piper's kind of smart. And like as time goes on, Piper gets smarter and like more, thoughtful with her behavior and stuff. Yeah, it's so cool because Prue uses her power to make the urn move back and forth on the desk. And then she acts like, oh my God, how did it do that? It's the curse. Oh my God, how did it do that? And then Palmer's like, I gotta get out of here. And he runs off. I love that. Using our power and acting like we're scared of it. We haven't played that card yet.
I also just felt like it would have been more fun if she slammed him into the wall a little.
What would have been the purpose of that? Then we have a fight on our hands.
Freak him out. What do you mean? He's a human. What's he gonna do?
He would have thought that the curse slammed him against the wall. That could have been fun.
Yeah, he could have just ran off.
Mistakes were made.
Emo
Missed opportunity. Oh my God. Universal. Now I want to ride a ride. Yeah, Piper and Phoebe are walking on the street, chatting about life, doing their standard thing we always do on this show where we're talking about our future, talking about men, talking about not living with our sisters anymore because we love to act like this situation is so burdensome. And we're also kind of saying, there's this quote that I loved that was like,
be 60 years old and still be sharing clothes and a cat?
and that's kind of my plan,
Yeah, why not?
but more than one cat.
For sure.
For sure.
A lot of cats.
At least 3.
Yeah. And, yeah, I also feel like Phoebe is kind of like, she's not fully falling for this dude. Like, she's partially doing it, but, it's like, she's also like, I don't know.
I'm sure there's like a piece, it's like, there's a piece of her that knows this is foolish.
Yeah, and her being like, what if he's the one? It's like,
She's
okay.
just trying to be hopeful. Also, he doesn't even live here.
Right,
And
it's
multiple
ridiculous.
times, he's from New York City, and multiple times throughout the episode, he kind of says to her, like, oh, you're going to move back? Or, oh, you moving back? I'm going to move back with me? It's like, why would she do that?
No. Also, why would she be 60 why would it be a problem to be 60 years old with a cat and sharing clothes with your sister? I see nothing wrong with that.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Oh my God. And then we get to Quake, and stupid Doug is now just a confident idiot.
Yeah, he's at the bar. He's
a popular
bartending.
idiot.
He's being all flashy and silly, and he's got all the ladies around him
Right.
because of magic.
We're like, Doug, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and Piper's like, maybe I shouldn't have doubled the recipe.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, you turned him into a monster. That's
And
what-
the problem is now, too, Doug doesn't really care about Shelley.
Right, it's some bullshit.
And he makes this disgusting comment.
Who cares about Shelly when I got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday all lined up and waiting?
Insane.
It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Maybe tell Shelly that he said that.
But it's just the spell.
Okay.
She doubled the spell, made him a douche. Made him a douchebag.
So we see this little symbol again, which means the white lady's coming back.
Yes. The white lady's coming back, dressed in Egyptian garb for some reason.
And Palmer gonna die. And I'm excited.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Kill him.
But
kill
also,
him.
she puts this little scorpion on him.
Yeah, we get a
Can't
scorpion this time.
Just jump up and the scorpion.
Can't you just swat the scorpion away
Yeah,
and
I
run
mean,
away?
granted, scorpions are very scary, but
Yeah. Also, you never know. Maybe there's another level of the magic within this where it's like you kind of become paralyzed a little
Yeah,
bit
I mean,
while
you
it
know,
kills
you're
you.
shocked,
I like
there's a
to
scorpion on
think
you.
that that's a part of it.
magic lady, scorpion, it all happens so fast. What can I say?
Yeah. And back at the manor,
We're talking to a
Phoebe's
dumb
getting
boy.
ready for her date with Clay. Clay's sitting there helping her get ready, and she holds up 2 dresses for him to pick between, and he picks one, and then so she throws the one he picks to the side, and she wears the other one, which I
Yeah.
approve of that.
Yes.
But other than that, I really wish we weren't talking to this man.
I know.
Leave my house.
It's also, he has all the subtle red flags of someone I
Yeah.
can't stand.
Yeah.
Like she's trying to lay down some boundaries. And
Oh
he's
my
like,
God.
why?
She literally says to him,
I'm going to change.
no, please leave. She literally says to him,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting changed, please leave. And he says, come over here, sit next to me so I can physically touch you and hold you here
so shady.
and manipulate you into having sex with me. It's like, okay, cool. I asked you to leave. But all right.
Right.
It's like, these are the subtle ways that men just do not understand consent often.
Yeah. I mean, there's that really great TED talk from whenever about how, people always talk about Disney movies being a problem for like young girls.
Yeah.
But really, it's the
Yeah.
men that
Yeah.
they're a problem for. It's
Yeah.
boys. Because Disney movies teach you, they're like the foundational teaching that if a gal says no, try harder.
Yeah.
Like I think of like Tangled.
Yeah,
I think of
yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
So Clay and Phoebe are getting freaky, and then Prue walks in. And Phoebe's all mad, but really it's like, she saved you, girl.
Well, also, Prue only barges into Phoebe's
Because
room
it's
because she
urgent.
found out that the urn is stolen
And
Clay
cursed.
is lying to her.
Literally stolen and
there's
cursed.
a curse. So she's justified in barging in, but then Phoebe's all mad, obviously, because Prue barged in and they were having the sexy time.
Oh my God. But yeah, I hate this man.
But yeah, we get through Phoebe being annoyed and yelling at Prue, and then Prue tells her the urn is stolen it's cursed. There's a guardian that protects the urn, and it's feeding on the greed of the people who steal the urn, and then it feeds on it by killing them.
As it should.
So we're all caught up now, but Phoebe is still in denial.
Which is insane.
Like, Prue presents her with all this information, and then Phoebe says, oh, well, I'm sure Clay doesn't know. Or, oh, Clay's a good guy. Oh, he changed. You know, it's like,
well, it is hard, though, because she's
Look
like...
at the evidence.
She's like, I changed. Like, she wants to believe he can change because she changed. But the thing is, she only changed because of magic.
Yeah. She had a life-altering event.
And because Grams died.
Yeah.
Which that'll change a person, let me tell you.
Yeah, life-altering events. You can't just be like, I'm going to change because I decided to. You have to have some kind of occurrence.
I also love it because when they mention the curse, Piper literally rolls her eyes.
No, she's
Like,
so
I
over it.
am tired of this.
She's like, listen, I keep having to freeze plates. I can't deal with this. It talking to Phoebe about this is like talking to a wall or like talking to a cult member.
But she don't want to believe it.
She's just delusional.
It's also just sad because Phoebe like is really like, oh no, he never would implicate me in a curse.
like, girl,
It's
yeah,
like,
he would.
High key, he was trying to pass this shit off to anyone who would take it.
Yeah. He literally came to you.
Right.
His home is New York City, and he came to you in San Francisco so he could give it to you and your sister.
Right. Yeah, and she will not believe it.
No. And the next scene at the hotel where Palmer was staying, you know, where we found
Andy,
the body
I've missed
of
you.
The guy who died from the scorpion sting. And yes, we're finally getting some Andy. We're finally getting some Andy content.
Yeah. Right. And he's like, how would a scorpion get in here? And at this point, I think Andy is so tired of this.
Yeah,
and he
I love
immediately,
yeah.
He's like, don't even tell me whose card that is because it's going to be
Yeah, they
Prue's.
found the card in Palmer's pocket. It's so funny. He's like,
Prue Halliwell? Yeah. How'd you know? I'm cursed.
Very much so. His own curse.
he's got to go see Prue again.
Which he's not actually mad about. Let's be real.
No, he's kind of getting over his grumpy boyness. And
Yeah.
he's becoming nice, sweetie Andy boy again.
Which we love.
So that's nice because that's who we liked. We don't like grumpy Andy.
Yeah, who would? And
we
I, for one,
see-
am glad Palmer's dead.
Yes, I was waiting.
don't know.
And we see Clay get to the hotel to see Palmer, and he sees that Palmer's dead. So Clay
he's
now
like,
knows
oh boy,
that Palmer's
he's
dead.
next. Yeah.
Very stressful.
Yeah. And we find out at Buckland's.
Yeah, we find out at Buckland's that Prue successfully saved the auction house. They sold 1.28 million at the auction the day before.
As you do.
So Prue is a boss ass bitch.
I myself am going to go pay $500,000 for a little plate. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I have self-respect.
A little plate.
Rich people do that because they're sad about their lives.
Because they're afraid of death.
Yes, we know. Oh my.
It's a different convo.
Yeah, so Grumpy Susan lives on to
And
be
then
grumpy
Andy
another day.
oh my God. Andy gets to Prue's office to talk about this scorpion death.
As you do.
Dead Palmer boy. And it's funny because there's like, it's just so annoying that we told him
I know.
our secret.
But he doesn't know that.
And he doesn't know because he kind of knows. Like
I know.
he has this
Also,
sliver
that whole
of
thing-
understanding.
That whole thing was just crap because I think if you'd given him weeks to process, of course he
Yeah,
would have been fine.
Exactly. If you tell him the same day and need an answer same day,
It's
kinda
ridiculous.
difficult.
Especially because you are being weird. You're like,
Shouldn't
I
even-
need to know right now.
Yeah, she didn't even let him sleep on it.
Right. Come on.
But it's really sweet because Andy has this moment where he
Oh,
says
he's
to
so
Prue,
cute.
Prue, listen, just because we're not dating anymore, I want you to know I still care about you. So if you're ever in a jam or you ever need anything, just know you can always call me.
okay, cool. So you're done being grumpy boy?
Right. We love when you're not grumpy boy.
And then back at the hotel, Clay's freaking out.
As you would.
Clay's packing up his goods.
Which, what are you going to do? If she comes to a plane, she's coming here. You might as well just jump off the
And
bridge.
he's going to run off.
At this point, you either need to be like, I want to... Yeah. Oh, and Phoebe arrived. I completely interrupted myself, but Phoebe shows up and has pissed face.
Yeah, she's mad.
She's
She's here
mad.
to yell at him. And
As
this
she
whole
should.
situation and this conversation is kind of complicated and messy because yes, he stole it. Yes, he
Yeah,
lied.
but he didn't know it was
But he
cursed.
didn't know it was cursed.
Well, I mean, when he came to Phoebe, he knew it was cursed.
No.
How? His friend died. You know what I mean?
Did he know that? Oh, did he know the spider boy died?
I would assume
Spider Bite Boy died?
He died at the,
I guess, but I thought he had already left with the urn. But I guess maybe not.
I don't know. I mean, but that's why he was trying to unload the urn, because of the curse.
Yeah,
no?
because look, in this scene,
he's like dumb.
what are you
He's
talking
super
about?
dumb. You're right. I forgot.
Yeah,
He's
so
just
he doesn't-
unbelievably dumb.
Phoebe's telling him about the curse in this scene.
Right.
And he's like, what? And she's like, you're a liar.
Right. And
he is a liar.
She is on
but
the
not
same,
about that.
Right. She's on the same page as me, which is like, how could you actually be that dumb?
Yeah, that's
Right.
the thing. It's like, you're kind of stupid.
He was born dumb.
He can't help it. Mm-hmm. It's genetic.
My God. And we're back at Quake, and we're finally going to wrap up this damn Doug storyline. And if he breaks one more item, I'm going to rip his hair off his head.
Oh, Doug, you need to be fired.
And Piper's given up freezing it. She's like, whatever.
Yeah, and Phoebe finally sees the light. She arrives to chat with Piper
She's
at
like,
the bar.
you're right. Clay sucks.
Yeah, and we're finally all on the same page of reality.
Yeah, and Phoebe acknowledges that he used her to get to Prue. He thought, who do I know who could get rid of this urn?
Prue.
Right. I'll just go to Phoebe. I'll say some nice things. She'll introduce me to Prue. Like, come on, man. Do better.
Oh, and we're back at the manor, and Clay's trying to come in the house. You cannot enter this house. Leave.
Right.
But he's like, I'm here to do the right thing. I want to turn myself in. And I'm like, do I look like a cop?
Right.
If you
Get
want to
outta
turn
here.
yourself in, then go to the police station.
No, this
I'm a
scene makes me
lady.
crazy.
But he's like, I want to take the urn, and I want to go to the police with the urn.
And I came here first to tell you so that you would pat me on the back.
Yeah. Or tell me not to, because I don't actually want to do
Right,
it. I
of
just want
course.
you to think I want to do it so I
Yeah.
can win you back.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, please, it'll be the last time that I ask you for anything. And she's like, hell no, man, which I love. Tell him
Yeah,
no.
finally telling this man no.
So she touches it and she goes, wah, and she has a premonition.
She goes, wah.
That a cobra is going to kill him, which
Yeah, she sees a
not
cobra
the best way to
getting
die.
ready to strike him.
Yeah.
And it's at Buckland's that this occurs. Of
course.
So I don't know why that would make her then go to Buckland's with him. I don't know why that
Yeah.
was the choice. It was like, oh, let's go to where I saw you die, so you
Right.
could probably die.
Also, I'm sorry. He's not an innocent.
No, he's not.
Don't protect him.
That's what bothers me. He's not an innocent.
Yeah, so the white lady's back. The white lady with the jewels.
Yeah, and Prue tries to use her magic on this guardian
and she, like,
lady,
scoffs
and
at
she
her.
basically just like kind of shrugs it off and is like, "LOL, that was cute."
Yeah, she's like, I don't feel your new
She's
magic.
like, "I'm from ancient Egypt.
Right.
That was funny. Like,
Yeah.
we kind of invented magic."
And
to a
she's
degree.
like, listen, ladies, I don't have beef with you. I just need the dumb boy.
"Yeah," which I'm like, why would you want to be on this
Literally,
guardian's bad
come
side?
on.
I would literally be like,
Take him.
"Clear the way,
Literally, like,
clear the way." I'd be like, "Would you like me to hold him?"
You and I do an elaborate dance and roll out a carpet and go get him. Like,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
The vibe.
We're like, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
But then they all run off because the ladies get in the way. And so the guardian goes back into the urn, waiting for Clay to be near again.
Yeah, and so they take Clay
This
back to the
scene is
manor.
so
Oh my God,
funny,
it's
though.
so funny. When Phoebe says to him,
Piper is really into legends, and Prue is really good with her mind.
I just love it. It's like Piper is hyper fixated on
Yeah,
legends.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
a really strong hyper fixation of hers.
Yeah.
Like, what?
yeah, and for some reason Phoebe's determined to help him. I would be like, good luck. No, I probably would try to help
literally
him,
be
which
like,
is the
go
worst
ahead,
thing.
lady, kill him.
Yeah, you'd be standing
I
outside
was
with a
looking
sign.
forward to these three men
Yeah.
dying since the first scene, and then what? We're not going to let him die?
I mean, I think that's why they intentionally made it like, oh, he doesn't know about the
Okay.
curse, so I care or something.
Yeah, but it didn't work. We're about to get into another one of my witchy rants. So they're in the attic. The ladies are in the attic. They're looking at the Book of Shadows to try to find something about this guardian or, what they can do to save Clay or, whatever. And it is so exhausting to me because we've brought this up in previous episodes of the pod where, this show is like, they're witches, but it's through this weird Christian filter, this weird Christian lens, like this Christian perspective on witchcraft, which doesn't make any sense. They're polar opposites. And in the Book of Shadows, the only thing they can find that has anything to do with the guardian or this situation with like this being that feeds on greed is in the book. is information about the 7 deadly sins, which why would a witch's book of shadows have information about a Catholic concept?
Right.
This makes no sense. And then I also end up wanting to get into a rant, which I won't. I will control myself. I'll just bring it up briefly. But a rant about how the 7 deadly sins are literally just a vehicle for controlling the masses.
Well, yeah, because also who defines what is what?
But anyway. But yeah, it's just really funny to me that they would have information about the 7 deadly sins in their book of shadows. Like, who added that? Which witch down the line added that?
I was like, let's just throw that in there.
And that'll circle back around seasons later.
True. But that episode's kind of fun.
But it is pointless and it makes no sense.
Yeah, for sure. So they discover that maybe if Clay does a selfless act, he'll be saved. And it's funny because Piper goes, yeah, good luck. Like,
yeah, exactly.
He's not going to do that.
But then when they go back downstairs to tell Clay's
gone.
not there. He already left.
And Phoebe's
again,
like, he was so worried.
Again, Phoebe's acting like she knows this man.
Well, she kind of does. Like, she does.
Well, yeah, but she knows like a warped version of what she hopes he is.
She shows what he has chosen to present.
Yeah, but he's back at Buckland's. He went to go see the Guardian lady by himself. And I'm like, yeah, kill him.
Yeah.
Quick. Speed it up.
Right.
Enough talking. Let's get to the killing.
So the white lady gets a thing out.
White lady.
What does she get out? Oh, yeah. She gets a magic golden rope snake, and then it turns into a cobra.
A nice little plasticky rubber fake cobra. I love it.
I'm sorry. You couldn't get a real cobra. No, I'm just kidding. That's
okay,
a
they
joke.
better not have. You better stop.
Yeah, a cobra bite is not the best. And you know what? I'll give it to Clay. He protects Phoebe. He's willing to face this cobra.
He puts his arm out and blocks the cobra from biting Phoebe, and that is his selfless act.
Right, which, you know what? Good for you, Clay.
Not deserved. Should have died. Should have been bitten.
Oh, man.
Like, I don't think rescuing a lady from a spider bite is enough to, like, this guy's probably done a lot more messed up stuff than
it
just
wasn't a
stealing
spider
an
bite.
urn.
It was a cobra. Come on,
okay, sorry,
man.
a snake bite.
What do you mean?
I said snake
That's a
in my
pretty
head.
big deal. He was willing to take the cobra bite.
He deserved it. It was intended for him.
He didn't know it was cursed.
I just want him to die.
But I also agree. He stole the urn. It's not cool.
He's being
Maybe you
punished
should
for his greed.
see what's wrong with you.
He's being punished for his greed.
Right.
Colonizer mindset. Bite him.
Right. But he learned something from this,
Did
maybe.
he?
I hope so. Yeah, and Phoebe's like, you know what? I'm done with this.
Oh, but very conveniently, the urn disappears.
Right.
Returns back to Egypt.
Of course.
No messy cleanup.
As it should.
But then back at Quake, Doug is dropping shit again.
Yeah, I'm so tired of you, Doug.
Still dropping shit. But then Prue, again, the only one with using their brain cells.
Yeah, she said, I'm taking care of this.
And she's like, okay, because Piper mentions that the engagement ring is still in Doug's apron. And so Prue gets up and puts the engagement ring in its little holder on the ground with all the fallen stuff so that they'll see it.
Yeah.
So that will finally resolve their issue.
And Shelley's like, dude, this is what I wanted. And whatever, happy ending. I think Shelley could do better, but whatever.
Oh my God. I mean, clearly they're both silly if it was just a misunderstanding of,
yeah, come on.
are you ever going to propose to me? Like, who breaks up with someone without any conversation? I guess a lot of people.
I don't know, man.
I'm just too autistic for
I don't know.
people. Too gay to function.
Right, exactly.
But we're resolved. We're getting engaged. Everyone's back together, and maybe Doug will stop dropping everything.
And Phoebe kind of mocks it with like a faux tear, which I thought was really funny.
Oh my God, that is really funny.
And Phoebe's like, I guess you can't
I wrote
change.
in my... What were we going to say?
Phoebe's like, I guess you can't change people. They have to change themselves. It's true.
I did love, I wrote in my notes, Doug finally not an idiot. Congrats, idiot.
Yeah. So true.
And Clay stopped by to say goodbye to Phoebe. Like
also,
we care.
Heike would have been mad awkward if Prue had put that ring on the floor and then she'd said no.
That would have been very weird.
That would have been brutal.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah, and Clay's like, listen, I know I'm a turd, but I do care about you. And it's like, whatever, Clay, we all care about her. Get out of here.
Yeah, like I said, get in line.
Yeah, so he's going to go back to New York, and Phoebe is certainly not going with him.
And he again asks us to go with him.
Like,
It's
come on, you
why
think
would I
after
go with
all
you?
this?
You show up here.
Just
you
because
get
I
me and
protect
my
you from the
sisters into
cobra?
a bunch of trouble. You tell me you're a criminal, and then you leave, and you think I'm going to go with you?
Right,
Like,
come on.
try again.
Ridiculous.
Rethink that. Sad Phoebe sad, though.
Poor
Phoebe's sad when he
Phoebe's
leaves.
sad. Phoebe, this is for the best. You'll be with a bunch of other toxic men. Don't worry.
There's always another one to fill that
Yeah.
gap. Sadly, there's not a shortage. We've got plenty.
So that's Feats of Clay, and what a feat of clay it
wow,
was.
what an episode.
Yeah.
Another weird racial choice. another weird cultural appropriation choice. It's rampant.
But look forward to next week's episode because I am jazzed about that one.
Jazzed
It's
about that
weird and
one.
I love it.
It is a good one. And I can talk about cryptids in the next one.
Yes, cryptids.
Cryptids are
More
excellent.
cryptids. Every cryptid.
Hyperfixation
Yes.
city.
If the thunder, I might not be back because the Thunderbird is scheduled to pick me up.
Oh, I wish. But thanks for listening to this episode of The Power of Two Will Do Nothing for You. Don't forget to rate and review our podcast if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future videos that come out every Thursday. And follow us on TikTok and Instagram to stay up to date on our silly social media behavior and memery. Bye.
Bye.
The Power of Two Will Do Nothing for You is a Vanderland Productions podcast hosted by Jordan and Madison Vanderland, produced and edited by Madison Vanderland. All featured charmed audio and video clips are registered to the original copyright holders.